Well, Northwest Indiana, another surprise for you. We have Norman Van Lier, former of the Chicago Bulls, and now I believe a Fox Sports Chicago news analyst for the Bulls, I believe.
I think so. I believe that, man.
All right, now I got to tell you, I was out here watching some of his speech, and I'll tell you, it was pretty storming, and it kind of took me a little bit by surprise. Can you elaborate on your speech a little bit?
Well, anytime you're dealing with youth, I think sometimes you have to maybe get some type of attention. I love kids, and I think a lot of times they get falsely accused of being maybe the way they are. But I think we, as parents, teachers, have failed kids and not given the proper, I think, leadership and stay consistent with it. I think a lot of these kids, too, man, there's a family breakdown, and that's tough for anyone to grow up. I grew up in the 60s, and it was real tough. Went off to college, one of the few black people on campus. I always remember those things. But also remember those people that stood by and put you in the right direction. So I've always had that thought, and sports has always been something I relied on to get along with people, white, black, polka dot, or pink, and that we just had that bond. And I'm seeing it slip away with our society, and sports is just an extension, I think, of what's going on in our real world. And all I want to do is try to bring back the respect for each other as people. Now,
when you mean that we're slipping away a little bit of that, do you mean basically the individual as opposed to a team sport concept?
Well, any way you put it, if you're individual, it adds to team, and it's like a domino effect. And look at sports today. I mean, look at the disrespect. Look at the lack of sportsmanship. Look at the overpowering, bearing push that winners are only people that exist. There are a lot of people that are champions that maybe don't win championships. The hard work that we used to put emphasis on, hey, just work hard. You don't have to always be the winner. But as long as you worked hard to get there and have respect for whatever you're doing, that's winning enough. And I think we have lost sight of that in this country to the point that that's why I think people are consider themselves failures if they're not at the top. And that's not true. Just being a good person. So I think we had a purpose in mind to do that, but I don't know if that's the right thing, man. Just working hard and being a good person, I think, is the bottom line.
Now, what about for those kids that don't participate in sports?
Well, be the best you can be. It doesn't have to be sports. We put too much emphasis on sports anyway. I make a good living with sports, but sports is too much emphasis of going out playing ball. We need teachers. We need people to work in the graveyards. We need doctors. We need social. We need all these things. We need parents. That's a job.
Very true.
So, no, sports, it's too much emphasis on sports, too much on TV, and that's my point about where sports has gone. It's good. I still love the game, so don't get me wrong. But when you allow people to trash talk and do the things they're doing, it's not the kids or the performer out there. It's the coaches, the owners that allow this to continue to take place. I don't think you have enough guts to do what's right. That's all.
Now, for those that weren't here, what would you tell to the people who are watching our show? Basically, any underlying message, athlete, academic, student, or anybody in general, parent, what would you say to them?
It's like wake up every day and go have fun. And you don't really have to like another person, but a little more respect about what's happening. Now, I'll say this. Go get the movie, if it's out there, The Fall of the Roman Empire. They failed because they didn't take care of the people, and they just respected each other around them, and they no longer ruled after 270 years. The United States is approaching that. And the only thing I'm saying is the greatest country on earth, but we better start respecting each other so we can stay the strongest country on earth.
That's right. Well, thanks a lot for your time. We appreciate it.
You have a good day.
Okay, you too. Thanks. All right.